The two young brothers on Two Brothers Same Mother podcast are not professionals. Their thoughts, ideas, and theories expressed on this podcast are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
On this episode of Two Brothers.
Oh, that's me. Same mom. She's great. We love her. Hello, mom.
Did we go to Europe? Because it sounded like mom.
Mom.
What is going on?
It's about mom.
Hey y'all, on this episode we got a special guest.
That's mom.
We're not gonna open it up like we normally do, talking about what we did our past week, but we have a guest in the house, and it's our sister Dee Dee. It's our sister Dee Dee. If I can find this applause button. Welcome, sis. Welcome. How you doing?
Great, God is good.
And all the time.
Well, that wasn't the most white bread opening statement.
Oh, we're supposed to look up here. Oh, hey.
Yeah. Just look up. Act like we're looking at that little soldier behind us. Act like we see him coming and we trying to figure out what we gonna do. So, starting off the show with our sister, but first we want to give a moment of silence for the tragedies that happened this past week. It's so sad for something like this to happen in our country still. And I'm, like I said, it's not a political show, so I'm not going to make it political, but let's just have a moment of silence. All right. So, we home. We're in Hot Town. We're taping this weekend. This Memorial Day weekend, we're taping. And we don't have guests. It's just, me and Will. So, it's like, let's get a guest. Who would be a guest to bring on? And we're like, hey, you can't have Three Musketeers without the third person. You know what I'm saying? So we asked Dee, and she humbly obliged and said, yeah, I'll do it.
What was that word?
I didn't say it like that though. I was like, sure, but I
okay.
do it. I ain't do that.
I oblige you, brother.
That's a little rough.
That's my fault going Leghorn impression.
Like I was had an Adam's apple in my throat and stuff. Sorry.
And Will,
Yeah.
you did that trying to mess up because I messed the word up and you didn't want to let it go. You wrote what the word was that? Abolitionist? What was that you said? It had nothing to do with the sex.
So good to be home.
I'd like to give a shout out to the Apache Indians.
Don't forget the Navajo, because we rode behind a truck with Navajo on it, and I started thinking about Indians on horses shooting bows and arrows. I don't know why I did that. Maybe it's because my car was so silent because everybody was asleep. So, I don't know. I just do weird stuff like that.
I hate it too. Road trips, everybody in your car asleep, but makes you want to hit the brakes, make everybody fall forward.
Man, who you telling? I want to get behind the truck that has a car that's pointing your direction and just
I
scream.
swear.
I never get that.
I cannot wait. Because I'm scaring everybody in the car. Everybody.
Oh, it's going to be a rabbit boo everywhere. That quick look.
Yeah.
I think your producer's telling you move over.
I know, I'm getting told by the producers.
Sliding over.
Yeah.
She know I got one leg.
You're sliding over.
And
Your producer told me to call Tyrone.
you know what I just moved like? Like, this ain't funny, but you know what I just moved like? I move like somebody in a wheelchair that they lock the wheels and they can't move, so they're like jumping trying to get their wheelchair.
Yeah, that's what you look like. You look like it.
Who locked my child? We're trying to get y'all. It's gonna take a year to get it over here, so we
I can't wait till your ass in that wheelchair. I'm gonna fuck with you.
No.
I'm sorry, mess with you.
It's okay. Hey,
For
we make this for adults. It's hey.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go.
Hey, if it comes out, it comes out. That's called real.
Mm.
That is called real.
I get in trouble for doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
positive sounding board to kind of keep you from doing too much.
Yeah, I can't wait to get older. Everybody getting cussed out.
Hey, y'all, what y'all doing next Saturday? I want y'all to form a line. Because there's some special cuss words I want to use.
Yeah, I learned some new shit. Yeah. It's gonna be me. Gonna be me.
Hey, a sword don't got nothing on what I'm about to say to you.
Yeah.
It's finna be, you finna get cut deep. Cut deep.
I feel like we need the sound effects they used to use on the No Limit videos. Every time she cuss, cool.
Okay, no more cussing. Sorry. Did you hit the applaud button? Because I said I wasn't going to cuss no.
I told you it's hard to
Was
see
it
this
bad?
thing.
I always got a joke over
I
there
haven't,
already.
I haven't memorized
He's
this
bad
shit.
as hell, but he want to applaud my cussing.
No, I can't. It is a button on here that does that. I can't remember what it is.
This is where you edit.
No. This is where you're trying to keep your composure.
Oh, we like that.
Why you look like you're making love to the microphone, man? Back up.
Because it's only on one side.
No, you can do it on both sides.
My
It's look, it's omnidirectional.
chicken wings, two-side, or the bed.
Okay, for real. Let's go.
All right.
So, we
Are the champions.
had the pleasure of watching your youngest baby graduate.
I know it, right?
Your youngest graduate. And I said, hey, now you're empty nester. You was like, no, I'm not, because I still got furniture in my house. Still got furniture. But how does it feel now? I have 3 young men that have all graduated, all are doing awesome in life. How does it feel?
You know what? When they were little, I was like, I can't wait till y'all graduate, like, cause y'all getting on my goddamn nerves. But that's why I'm gonna push you. That's why I'm gonna push you on site. I'm gonna push you. But now that it's happening, it's like I worry about them more because they in the world and they're not under my protection. But I tell you what, I've been a mama since I was 18 years old. Guess what?
Freedom.
They gonna call me, Mama, what you doing this weekend? Oh, baby, I'm in Hawaii.
Oh.
Baby, I'm in Jamaica.
Postcard me.
I promise you.
See?
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Take plenty of videos.
Me and Lisa.
Was that a shimmy? Was that
I'm looking for the right button to push.
No, don't push no buttons. That's so rude. But it's cool. It's cool. Realize I'm getting older. You know, looking forward to grandkids. You know, I want to be that grandmama where the kids come and they feel safe. Like, I'm going to go to Granny Dee's house because, you know what I'm saying, she cool.
We had that person in our lives. Remember that red lady up in Louisville?
Yeah.
You go there, you feel safe.
Yeah.
And like I always tell people, she had a 38 in her purse. A 38.
Yeah. It was the greens for me.
Oh,
the
man.
greens for me. Hands down.
It was a whole pig in there.
I promise you.
But I'm gonna tell you what, I've never had greens like that since. Like that texture, and I've never had greens like that. Ever.
Mom, don't watch this podcast.
No. I'm not.
Skip past it.
I'm not saying that. You can tell the difference from meat that was processed versus meat that was fresher.
So you saying grandmama actually went out there and killed the pig and put it in a car?
No, I'm just saying back in the 80s and 90s, the stuff for the processing of meat wasn't at the level it is now.
Yeah.
Everything is injected to make it last longer.
Hey, do you remember the peanut butter with the oil on top?
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
my gosh.
That was the best no-bake cookies because that peanut butter right there, it was thick.
I don't know what was in the oil. Yes, I don't know what was in that oil.
All I know is they...
Oh yeah, they had to rework it back in. He staring this until it get back right. That's why their forearms are so strong. Stare at that peanut butter.
Yeah.
How you look like you can arm wrestle?
Yeah, for real.
What are you doing, man?
Want to podcast, brother. What are you
What
doing?
are you doing? Like, he over there, man, he's playing with the little...
Told you he making love to the mic. He got it up here, and then he got two titties sitting right in front of him. For real. Look, he been playing with him the whole time.
These are my binoculars.
That's what he been doing. Nuh-uh, them titties. But
With Kevin Hart, no nipples.
no nipple have near me. Yeah, that's my favorite too.
So, we're gonna jump into what's out there. And did anybody see anything out there this week that was just kind of like crazy, kind of like, you know, what's going on, like what's happening, like other than what we gave a moment of silence to earlier? Y'all got anything? Anything besides chewing mints? Why y'all acting like y'all at a court date? Like y'all gotta go talk to the judge? Y'all in here chewing on these mints in contempt of court. I asked you a question, young man, young woman. Why are you chewing?
So, you asked the question, let me go on and answer.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I saw this week that was just crazy to me, I used my teeth to try to take plastic off a Cool Whip container and lost my gold tooth. I've had that thing for 23 years and that sucker was gone. It hit the counter, it said,
It was dead weight.
I said, I was like, I had to go, I was like, try to put it in, it came right back out. You know, I made the joke that, hey, I'm gonna get this taken out, I'm gonna get lipo. I just didn't know it was gonna come out by itself.
You know what though? Hey, that saved you some money because they was gonna charge you to take out something that, because like you said, it was 23 years.
Yeah.
It probably was gonna come out anyway.
Yeah, so if I ain't smiling today, it's cause one tooth bigger than the other. I'm telling you right now, it looks funny. Every time I talk, I feel every time I talk, I feel air like flying through the two teeth.
Like you whistle when you talk.
Yeah, and like when my lip rests on my teeth, like a little bit of my lip go in between my teeth. It's horrible.
Hey, Will, what's that character that whistled when he talked? I think he was on like The Simpsons or something.
Damn, really?
He was like, hey,
As long as I ain't Marge,
every time he talk,
we
he's like,
good.
hey, life's so simple, sure. Every time he talk and use S's.
Is that how I talk? Though?
No. I don't hear the difference. But you just said when you said the wind passed by, that was it.
Yeah,
took me out of that.
I can feel the air going through my teeth. It's crazy.
But now that it's gone though, I mean, other than a couple of days of not.
No, nigga, this was last night.
I'm
No,
sorry.
This happened here.
No, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't?
It was
Out
at
at the
home.
house.
God is good. It was at home. Because he couldn't have fell out in front of y'all. Y'all would have died.
I would have been like, yeah, okay, because I'm thinking about chip tooth or anything. But tell me something. You didn't have no knives around to take that piece of plastic out?
No, I didn't. Yeah, they were right there. But
How much is that gold tooth worth?
I don't think that was. No. I don't think that's the one I wanted either. It just keeps getting worse.
How much do you think it's worth? How much do you think that tooth's worth?
Where is the what button? Oh,
Let me help you out. How much is it worth? You've had it for a while.
well, it ain't tarnished, so it's got to be real. So
But on the market isn't gold going up right now.
you ain't shit.
It
You know
always
that.
does. It always
You know
does.
that. I'm talking about a serious situation.
Will, is it a gold or blue?
All of Chris's church members, please don't watch this podcast. I don't need prayer. I'm good.
It's a good time to turn away.
You see me turn. Will, what good happened to you this week?
Somebody's running water.
I can't really figure out my.
I can't figure out whole water, Paul. I'm sorry.
But
What you can't figure out? If you quit messing with it, quit
Feel
touching
like-
stuff. Hey man, there's an arm that works.
I tried.
But you loosen the part that the mic sits in, and I watched you do it. Look, this part right here locks it down for that. You moved it. I saw you over there tinkering with it. Now you can't get it back, and now your mic stand like a wino.
Sorry.
That looked like the second fifth right there.
I like it.
We're gonna get in trouble. You gotta stop.
No,
We're gonna make you punch your mattress again.
This is what I expected. I didn't expect this to be
when you trained all day to go fight, you can do it again.
I didn't expect this to
Why
be.
does everybody bring up my shortcomings?
You was training hard too.
The 3 fights I was in my life, and I'm 1 and 2.
And they were all because of your brother.
No, they weren't.
You gonna fight today?
Adam Pepper wasn't the only person beat me up when I was little.
No, you won the first one. You won the first one.
No, the first one didn't count.
It did count.
I
I was proud of you.
So did
Oh
Drago.
Jesus!
Who won the first
I
one?
gotta fix this. Man,
Drago won the first one too.
Man, listen.
Drago.
Listen,
Yeah,
he
Ivan Drago.
gonna make me bite the whole inside of my face with this microphone, man.
That's gonna hurt.
Here he comes.
Jeez.
He's on his white people.
Jeez, let go of it.
He mad at you.
He worked hard on this mic.
That's
So,
all right.
he can elbow me in the head.
Yeah, knock you out.
I didn't even touch my head with the holes.
Okay, so the go-to. Will, did you have anything this week? You just saw that was just like, what is this?
Oh, this week, transition, man. It's just transition in life. Seeing Jordan go from being, elementary kid to being a middle school kid, and knowing that his life's gonna change. Looking at our nephew graduate, he's gonna go off to college. It's kind of foreshadowing to see him go to the college that he's actually got accepted to get his diploma. I thought that was kind of cool for us to see him on campus before he was actually on campus. And then, just looking at life in general, man, it's just a lot of changes are taking place. These kids won't be kids much longer, and so it's just a period of transition. And I wish this mic would pick up where I needed to, because I said something profound, but I don't think anybody heard it.
No, we heard you. We got you.
What about you, brother? What's going on in your life?
Well, what's out there for
Talk
me
about it.
was, just life being life, and just,
Yeah.
school was done with, but, it's just a lot of stuff going on where, summer you got the hustle and the bustle, the vacation. Everybody needs a break.
Right.
So just getting everybody out and trying to have some type of fun this summer versus, the past 2 quarantine summers where, you go and everybody got to wear masks.
Yeah.
I don't feel well. I'm not going to make it. That kind of hurts because this is a long time coming because it's been a year since the last time I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to make this difficult. So,
He like that badass kid.
man, it's just like, no, but I know Dee, you don't want to really talk about this, but we do sports on the sport. You know about that.
Really?
But here's
Really?
no. I'm just saying.
Don't discredit me because I am a female.
No.
Feminist.
No.
Anyway, go ahead.
No, but I was gonna bring this up.
Man, if you put
Because
your titty down, quit playing.
You and Will's wife, because y'all played softball growing up.
Word. Speak.
I'm watching, and our niece watches, and she plays, and she's cold.
Mm-hmm.
She's cold. I've heard nothing but speedy things about her. 'Cause she's fast.
Most definitely.
But I watch college softball every year
Okay.
around tournament time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're feeding these kids.
I know, right?
I don't know what they're injecting, but I've seen some of the most powerful, fastest women on earth, and I'm just sitting there like,
Yeah.
wow, and they're making plays
Mm-hmm.
at the level that you would see college and major league players.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why I say that is because if there was a professional league, would you ever have played in it as good as you were?
That is like one of the worst mistakes I ever made. Stop playing softball. That was like the worst regret. Cause like I see these young girls nowadays, truth be told, they don't have heart.
Ooh, Lord.
They don't have absolutely no heart. If you
10 people.
if you leave without a scratch on you, you didn't do your job.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You it was a must to have a strawberry on your leg. You were running to get to a base. The whole purpose was to score at any means necessary. They get a little dirt on their pants. They ready to sit down. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But if I had to do it all over again, I would have played softball and I would have played at that level.
Oh yeah, because
I would have played at that level. Because the girls you're speaking on, they want it.
Oh man.
And they're gonna do whatever they have to do to get it. And I love that. I love that. But the greatest thing was, wait a minute. The greatest thing was seeing my niece catch a ball. The way she caught that ball, I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I love to see my baby run. I love to see, I ain't seen her dive yet, but I love to see her run, catch a ball. I love her swing like she, hands down. Hands down. I love it. Because she played with heart. She know what the purpose is when you get out there on the field. Some of them girls look like their mama made them play. It's embarrassing. Disrespectful to the softball.
Not the regular.
There's a reason why it's called softball. Let's play ball.
Yep.
If you want to be a princess, go put on a dress.
Put on some pearls.
Can you put the titties down? This is terrible. Okay, go ahead. What was you gonna say?
Nothing.
So that's kind of cool with that whole pro softball. Would have tried it, would have played it, because I seen the Olympics the first time they started letting the women play, and I'm like, dude, I know my sister-in-law could have played for these people, and they were at the time they were in some of these people were in their 30s, mid to late 30s. But I'm like, man, if we stuck with it, and if they would have had that around, man, it would have been awesome to be in there, man. Because I would have had all kind of autograph stuff. I need a hat, I need a shirt, I need a bat, something with your signature on it. But Will, what about sports? You got the playoffs happening and everything, and we're watching injuries, man. Do you think the NBA, because of money, try to jam all these games together, and now we're not getting the same quality of playoffs because these guys are playing every other day and they're flying every other day, and and then people complaining about, well, they're resting, they're going to be out of this game, and everybody gets mad about them doing that. And I think we got to look at it as, to have a great product, you need time for them to rest and time for them to get their bodies ready, because a lot of them are doing what they're supposed to be doing as far as keeping themselves in shape, but a lot of them just like James Harden and Luka, they got the dad bod, they got the Medea booty, and they sit up here trying to hoop, and they can't, because they can't keep up. So do you think those games running so close together, and now you having the playoffs? Because think about it, every game has been every other day, man. That's no rest. Used to be back in the day when you switched cities, it was 2 days in between. Now it's like, we gotta hurry up and get this over with. June is approaching. Let's hurry up and get this over with. Let's get the final started. Because the final start next Thursday, regardless of who wins or loses tomorrow, they're gonna start that series. So do you think the timetable in the regular season versus the timetable they use in the playoffs, that's why we're seeing Miami walk around with like 5 guys that they don't know if they're gonna play today? Like, I think that's that's trash on the league to give a product and they all start getting hurt. So what do you think about that?
I don't think it's an NBA problem.
What do you think it is?
I think it's an AAU problem. I think if you look at in the past, you look at back in the day, you look at, let's go not even that far back. Let's go to the golden era, right? When you had 7-game series and people were playing an abundant amount of games. A lot of those teams didn't have private flights. They didn't have their own personal trainers. They didn't have their own, personal masseuse. They didn't have their own chiropractors. They didn't have any of that stuff back then. and they were just fine. Everybody played 82 games. Everybody played all the playoffs. Everybody played hurt. Only difference was from the time they were 7 years old, they weren't playing basketball all week and all weekend, 6 to 8 to 10 games. So I mean, it's like a car, right? Got this beautiful machine, but if you put 700,000-800,000 miles on it, it's gonna break down. Stuff's gonna tear up. So by the time these guys are playing to get their name out, because you can't just play high school basketball and people know who you are anymore.
No.
You have to be in the right AAU circle on the right team, and you have to travel to the right states. And that means you're gonna have to play all weekend, every weekend for so many months. You never give your body a break, and you don't have the opportunity to play other sports, which you're using different muscle groups, getting stronger in different areas. So I just think, man, on the long term, it's just a wear and tear on the bodies. I don't think it's anything the NBA can do because they can't go and retroactively fix, how you treated your body in the past. It's impossible. Now, if he comes up with a time machine and he goes back and says, hey, you're going to be a star, don't play NBA ball, it's the only way I think they can fix it, but I don't think they can, man.
And then you look at the players that's getting hurt. You look at Jimmy Butler, who came, when he was coming up, that was right when AAU started picking up. That 90s, that late 90s. But here's the thing. Look at the Tyler Hero. He got a growing issue. How many games do you think that cat played in his lifetime? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't even, there's not even a metric out there where you say, okay, he's 23 years old, he's been playing basketball since he was 7, so that equates to, 5,000 games played. We're talking about high school, middle school, AAU, everything.
Yeah.
And now he's in the NBA. So, in essence, a 23-year-old has a 33-year-old body.
True.
Because they played that much. So I think he brought an excellent point, man. But that AAU is a machine. My Cheech got one of his best friends, man. This kid's been playing ball forever, man. He's 16 years old. He walks like Moses Malone. Like he walks like how Kenny run to the prompt on TNT. That's how he looked.
Wow.
Boy, cold, but it's just his body's already at that. It's been scarred so much because of the injuries left and right. So, if it, Greg Oden, great example. He had his best years in high school, in college, because when he got to the NBA, within the first 2 months, he foot problems.
Let me toss it to D. Who is your favorite player to watch NBA wise, and do you feel like they have a injury history, so to speak? Who's your favorite person to watch in the league, and do they have that injury issue that we're discussing now?
LeBron James. And yes, he stays hurt all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
But I will watch him on the court, watch him sit on the bench. I don't care. I'm going to watch LeBron because he's amazing. And the one thing I like about LeBron, he's just not on the court. He does a lot of stuff off of the court. You know what I'm saying? And he's a family man. Like when he's available to them, he's with them. You know what I'm saying? He's just like all around good dude. And he's a monster to me when he's on the court. Like when he's fully focused, you're fully focused. When he's fully focused, he's a monster. He is a monster. LeBron James, he's it.
Hey, 3 years ago, D talked about LeBron. Down in Metro Atlanta, they have big tournaments, and Bron was playing. That dude was here. You couldn't even get in the parking lot.
He was in Hot Town?
Metro Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
It was packed, and it's one of those big convention centers that you can park like 500 cars in a lot, and it was. They just want to see him.
I believe it. I believe it.
But you also had that day, so I'm cutting you off. You also had 5 guys in there that were 5-star recruits playing. So you had coaches, everything, because they were telling us about it, and it was so bad that the team that me and my buddy was coaching, they got turned around and just went to a gym and saw one of our guys play, and it was a Nike dude, because now they can use the reps to go out and scout players versus all the coaches. So that's how you get the top 300, 100 players. It's not always the gurus you think. Nike and Adidas hire people to do that job. I'm thinking, I was like, man, that's cool. What if they could have a regional person? Because say I'm in a hotbed of sports, I can go to Atlanta, down on the coast, go to Florida, and do that. So I was like, dude, like this, that, and I'm with you on LeBron. I'm been a LeBron fan forever, and that just came out of nowhere. So that messed me up. But hey, B, why he's back on his antics now?
Yeah.
Hey, sis, thank you. We love you.
Oh, damn, I gotta go.
We're gonna roll mom in, cause you know you hit that 20-minute mark, baby. You know you hit that 20-minute mark. We gotta go home. You wanna just bring mom in here while you in here?
Like, how y'all do that? Y'all invite somebody and then tell them to leave.
Hey man, you ain't never watched Late Night Show? They have 2 guests.
Nigga, you ain't late night show. Like, I'm your sister.
That's
We
9
got the
and
same.
12. It is 9 and 12.
We got the same mama and daddy. We fully blooded. No, I'm not going anywhere.
We are whole in.
Yep, a whole bit. We all got the same daddies. Look at God.
Hey, so this is what we'll do.
Don't have that out there no more.
This is what we'll do.
Ain't no half breeds here.
Hey,
No,
hey, this is what we'll do. We'll finish up the show with you, but we'll bring mom in the last minute and we'll ask her a question.
Let's give her some walk-in music.
okay.
Why do you keep using that like?
Cause that's the fake Kenny G music. She loved Kenny G growing up.
Yep. It's Jimmy G.
It's a come now.
What a plate.
Roll behind D real quick. We're trying to end the show.
You gotta try this while I talk.
Like, subscribe, comment, put the bell on. But we're gonna close the show with mom. Mom, give us one childhood story that all 3 of us knuckleheads were a part of.
Oh my
On the
gosh.
spot. On the spot.
Yeah.
On the spot. I told her this already.
You remember when
She made the production meeting yesterday.
I was, and for the life of me, I can't think of one that would stick out. Cop out. Yes, I am.
Cause go ahead. Oh, you found it.
No, oh gosh, go ahead. Ask me a question that may prompt a story.
So, when you had that red Chevette,
Oh Lord.
Chevette.
did you ever think about which child's feet are gonna hit the pavement?
No.
Are we Fred Flintstone?
That was the Fred Flintstone vehicle.
Oh man, it was awesome though, cause when you had McDonald's,
Channel.
no, but when you had McDonald's in that car smelled like McDonald's the next morning when you got in it. Like that car held some stank in it. You know what I'm saying?
I am gonna tell you that my best memories of the 3 of you guys was the way we would be able to get in that backyard and play games, and I remember Will and Justin in the tree and the branch giving way and falling.
You know there's 2 forks for a reason, right?
Will's not sharing, okay? But I remember things like that. I remember when we used to rake the elderly neighbors' leaves, and then we would jump in them. Dee Dee's going, no.
I don't remember that.
I do.
Do you remember that?
I remember Halloween.
I remember that.
We would
Oh,
go stupid
gosh.
Halloween.
And you guys, I remember the fall
Christmas.
festivals.
Yeah, at the school.
Christmas
You
Carol.
guys, Christmas
Yeah,
caroling.
like-
I didn't sing nothing. I was.
Do you remember the year that I took you guys Christmas caroling and we went to?
Don't do that, Mama. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Why?
That was so sad. Don't do that.
That was scary, and we
Don't
were
do it.
serenading an older lady in the community, and she actually passed out and fell forward, and we were holding.
What in the
storm door.
what?
You don't remember that?
Did y'all just push her back in and
What?
go to the next house?
No. We called for help.
No,
What?
no. Mama leaned on the door so she wouldn't fall out the door and said somebody called somebody. That's what
So
happened.
mom,
Yeah,
so
we
not
can't
only did
use
y'all
names.
swoon her and she became so overjoyed she passed out, mom caught her as well. Okay.
Yeah, she caught the door.
That is like the most amazing Christmas story ever.
Mhm.
Yeah, really.
Like,
Yeah, we didn't curl after that.
No.
We didn't. That did kill him.
We're
But
gonna stop our
Yeah.
instruments of the Lord
Yeah,
today.
I know.
but
We
I
done made the
remember.
lady pass out.
I think I remember more stories of spending time with you guys, like driving down the road in that red car. Our favorite song would come on, and you guys do the head thing.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you to the right, to the left, and
Yeah.
people would pull up beside us, and they would look at us, and then they'd start doing it.
Mm-hmm. Oh
But
yeah.
I remember things like that. I remember fun things, going swimming with you guys, or I remember when Chris was playing quarterback in high school, and I'm gonna practice with him, right? Hello, you ready? I was practicing with you when you threw that ball, and you threw it so hard that I landed on my butt. I had the ball in my chest, but I didn't think I'd ever walk again. And that was the end of me trying to practice football
Hey, but you know,
with my high school kid.
but see, that's the thing, and you know, and we want to bring mom in for the last part of the podcast, but that is why we do what we do as far as the two brothers, same mother. Yes, we did get shirts this week. It's
They
because
didn't
of
give
our
me
mother.
one.
No, we'll get you one, Mom. It's because of our mother, and you know, not only the sacrifice, but you ever watch somebody sacrifice that don't look like they're sacrificing? That's our mother. Like, she was always happy, upbeat. She had the moments to impart wisdom in you, and she had moments to also say, you know what, you better get in line because you mine. Like, I'll never forget you mine. When you hear that woman say, you mine, you better get somewhere and act like you trying to pray until she don't look at you no more, because it was that same level on both sides. She loved hard, and she come after you like a bounty hunter. Like, she, you know, y'all watch Dog the Bounty Hunter. She was Dog the Bounty Hunter before him. So we want to thank y'all. Thank our lovely guests, Daphne, Dee Dee.
I got a question though before we go. Am I the pause in between the two brothers? Is it? I'm the pause button right here.
Until next week.
So you're not gonna answer my question?
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. We